Hello. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. My name is Mike Yeomans. I'm a member of the North Hills School Board, and on behalf of all of my colleagues on the board, I'd like to welcome you to the Winter Elementary Band Concert. The calendar says December. Doesn't quite feel like it out there, but if you look at the North Hills School District calendar, you'll see that for the month of December, the North Hills is alive with the sound of music. Our music programs at North Hills are a calling card for our district. They truly do set us apart from almost every other district in the state, and that's just not a wild boast, as I'll get to in just a second. In fact, you may have heard that just last month, our North Hills High School Music Program was designated the Middle States Association Program of Distinction. And there was only 6 schools, yes, round of applause for that. Only 6 schools that are part of the Middle States Association received that distinction, so it really does mean something. And it's all a testament to the incredibly passionate music teachers that we have throughout our district, not just the high school. It all starts right here at the elementary level with teachers like Mrs. Webster and Mr. Lucas, who are really passionate about what they do. They instill a love of music in our kids that carries with them throughout their North Hills music careers and really throughout their lives. At a time when a lot of districts across Pennsylvania and across the country have had to cut music and arts programs because of budgetary pressures, we still don't have a state budget. North Hills, we're doing the exact opposite. We're actually investing more resources into our music program, and with basically because we need to. Yeah. In a few seconds, this curtain's going to open. There's going to be 149 kids on stage here, the largest 4th grade band ever. Mrs. Webster said she just picked up 2 kids at Highcliffe today, and it's really bugging her. She wants it to get to 150, so if you know anybody out there that has a kid with an interest in music, let her know. So, and there they are. So, I'm very proud to say that 3 of my own children have gone through North Hills music programs and have benefited. My daughter performed with the elementary orchestra last week. My son performed on Monday with the middle school cadet band. And the thing that I enjoy most about these performances, and what we'll hear tonight, is how you can hear from year to year how much the kids improve. So you'll hear how good these guys are, and then when you hear the 5th and 6th grade, you'll just be amazed at the improvement that you'll hear. And then eventually as they move on through the middle school and high school, the number of opportunities that they'll have to participate across a broad range of vocal and instrumental music ensembles just increases exponentially. Each month, the school board, we get a performance from one of the district's music ensembles prior to the start of our regular meetings. This month, we were treated to a performance from the high school guitar club, where we had 20 high school students that belonged to that club gave us an amazing performance. And every month, these performances, they set the tone for our meetings and really remind us and inspire us, what being on the school board is all about. And then in October, at the Pennsylvania School Board Association annual meeting in Hershey, which I attended for the first time, the North Hills High School Jazz Band was one of about a dozen ensembles from around the state that were invited to perform for the elected board members from the state's 501 districts. And they were scheduled as the final performance, and that was definitely not by accident. The conference organizers wanted to save the best for last, and our kids definitely did not disappoint. They gave a tremendous performance that brought the house down. And the next day, as I was attending the workshops and the going through the exhibit hall at the conference, other board members from districts around the state would notice my North Hills affiliation on my name tag, and many of them would ask me, what's the secret to how do you produce such amazing student musicians? And I just say, it's really no secret. It all starts on nights like tonight where we have a packed auditorium, and the support that we give these kids who are waiting anxiously and nervously here to deliver the first performance of their North Hills musical school careers. So let's not make them wait another moment. Enjoy the show and happy holidays. Thank you.
Good evening. Our first number this evening is Jingle Bells. The music and words for Jingle Bells were originally copyrighted as One Horse Open Sleigh in 1857 by James Pierpont, but were republished 2 years later titled Jingle Bells. Mr. Pierpont was born in 1822 in Boston, but died in 1893 in Winter Haven, Florida. The word jingle, though, apparently was meant to be as a verb, not as an adjective, meaning to jingle the bells. Our first conductor this evening is Mrs. Jessica Webster.
According to the myth, St. Nicholas is the patron saint of children, sailors, and pawnbrokers. As the patron saint, St. Nicholas became legendary for being a person who found joy in giving gifts, especially to children. Although no substantiated information has been found on the origin of the tune, Jolly Old St. Nicholas was most likely inspired by Clement Moore's poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas. Please welcome to the stage to conduct Jolly Old St. Nicholas, Ms. Sarah Epler. We continue our program with My Dreidel. This popular song was composed by Mikhail Gelpard and Samuel Goldfarb. It tells the story of a dreidel made from clay that is used to play a game of chance during the Jewish festival of Hanukkah. Please welcome to the stage to conduct My Dreidel, Mr. Jeffrey Lucas. Our next piece is this theme from Ludwig van Beethoven's Ninth Symphony and is one of his most enduring melodies. Amazingly, at the time of its composition, Beethoven was completely deaf. The melody is enduring financially as well. In 2003, an original manuscript of this work sold for $3.3 million in London. Coincidentally, today marks the 245th anniversary of Beethoven's birth. We welcome back to the stage Mr. Lucas to conduct this famous melody.
Wait till I said go. Say go, and I didn't say Before we play our last number, I just want to say I'm very thankful to have my teaching partner back. She was off for several months with her baby Rowan. I work with such great people, and Miss Epler filled in so admirably for Mrs. Webster during her maternity leave. It's just been kind of a seamless transition to get back into the same things with Mrs. Webster, and Miss Epler is just a wonderful young teacher, and I'm expecting many great things in her teaching career. And thank you, parents. I always want to say this and forget to at these concerts. The schedules that families have in December, it's amazing that you do what you do. Getting your kids to rehearsals and to practice. Please understand, we appreciate all those things that you do for us and for your children to make nights like this happen. At the beginning of the school year, we have lots of less than appealing notes, but as the months go on, the trombone slides go together in the same direction at the same time, and that's pretty cool. And the clarinets don't take 20 minutes to put together and take apart. And we're really making progress. We're so proud of these kids. We're very lucky to be their teachers. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to teach your children. Our last song for the evening and the fourth grade portion of our concert is Hard Rock Blues. Hard Rock Blues is an original composition from the Essential Elements 2000 method book. The composition is written in 12-bar blues form, a uniquely American contribution to music. We conclude the fourth grade portion of our program with one of our favorite pieces, Hard Rock Blues, and invite you to please stay to hear our fifth and sixth grade musicians. Conducting our last song, Mrs. Webster.
Good evening again. We're about ready to start the 5th grade portion of our program. We begin 5th grade's performance with God Bless America, which was originally composed in 1918 by Irving Berlin as he was serving the U.S. Army in New York. This piece was not performed until it had been revised in 1938 as a song of peace during the rising of Hitler in World War II. Since its revision, God Bless America has been performed at numerous patriotic and athletic events throughout the United States. Please welcome to the stage to conduct God Bless America, Mr. Jeffrey Lucas. The Christmas song, commonly subtitled Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, is a classic holiday favorite written in 1944 by Mel Torme and Bob Wells. According to Torme, the song was written during a blistering hot summer. In an effort to stay cool by thinking cool, one of the most performed Christmas songs was born. We feature Mara DePascal, Chloe Laird, Maggie Knorr, Elena Walsh, Alexa Paloka, Chloe Sempt, Katrina Gerchak, Hannah Murphy, Samantha Mazza, Abigail Krebs, and Anna Iacoviello on this warm holiday tune.
Be on standby in case we have flying music. Okay. One, two, three. Take your music with you. Feliz Navidad is a Christmas song written in 1970 by Puerto Rican singer-songwriter Jose Feliciano. With its simple Spanish chorus and equally simple English verse, it has become a classic Christmas pop tune in the United States, throughout the Spanish-speaking world, and internationally. Conducting Feliz Navidad tonight is Mrs. Webster. Please welcome her back to the stage, please. Hey. Come on. Here Comes Santa Claus is a Christmas song originally written and performed by Gene Autry, with music composed by Oakley Haldeman. Autry's original version was a top 10 hit on the pop and country charts. The song would go on to be covered many times in the subsequent decades. This popular tune has been recorded by many famous stars such as Elvis, Willie Nelson, Mariah Carey, and the Andrews Sisters. Tonight we feature Emma Brown, Brianna Bench, Tyler Workinger, DJ Carter, Tommy Deneen, Kaylin Neal, and Elaine Adamiak on this popular Christmas time favorite.
If you would all allow me just to take a moment to give Miss Epler my own bit of gratitude here. I imagine it's very difficult to come into a program as large and sequential as ours and to jump right in and work with a bunch of new students that you don't know and a new teaching partner. And Miss Epler has just gone above and beyond what we had hoped for, and we are so very grateful to have her as part of our North Hills family. Having her take care of our students, your kids were in wonderful hands while I was at home taking care of mine, and I can't thank her enough for all the hard work that she's done. So we just have some red and white flowers here so she can remember her North Hills family fondly and know that she always has a home here.
Winter Wonderland. Winter Wonderland, written in 1934 by Felix Bernard and Richard B. Smith, is a popular wintertime song, often performed during the holidays. The piece was first recorded in 1934 and since has been recorded by over 150 artists. Okay, we conclude our 5th grade band program tonight with Winter Wonderland, and we invite you to stay for our 6th grade program and maybe a special visitor. My apologies. Please welcome back to the stage, Ms. Zeppler. This is really awkward. I don't know that there's a really good way for me to do this. I'd much prefer if the doors were closed. Are you people trustworthy out there? Okay, you're okay. Oh, well. You see, the thing is, I'm a superhero. Okay, my name is Captain Dynamo. Okay, I'm sure you've heard of me. This whole Mr. Lucas band teacher thing, it's just a facade, okay? Much in the way that Clark Kent and Superman, I can fly, do laser vision. You guys are remarkably unimpressed with all of this, I gotta tell you. So I've been telling the kids this for years, and you know, one time in our band class, probably around 10 years ago at this point, one of my quicker-witted students said, well, if you're a superhero and you're a band teacher, what's your theme song? So at that time, I didn't really have a good answer for the child, and due to lack of confidence in myself and perhaps a little bit of laziness, I've only gotten around to writing this song now. And in May, we lost an elementary band teacher at North Hills, and a very good friend of ours. And he always encouraged me to write this song, and I never got around to it. And you know, when people come into your lives right at the right time, you know, I came out of college and I knew everything about everything, and the band teacher whom I taught with before Mrs. Webster, Mr. Bishop, who you can read about in the program, was a great mentor to me and a great friend, and I miss him very much. But we're going to dedicate this song to him tonight, because in many ways he's a hero to me. So we're going to play our first song with the sixth grade portion of our concert, The Adventures of Captain Dynamo.
Waltz of the Flowers is a dance from The Nutcracker, a two-act ballet with a score by Peter Tchaikovsky. The libretto is adapted from an original story, The Nutcracker and the Mouse King. It was given its premiere in the Mariinsky Theater in St. Petersburg on December 18, 1892. The Waltz of the Flowers occurs during the end of a series of dances in the second act. The prince has taken Clara to the land of the sweets, where they are greeted by the Sugar Plum Fairy. The prince tells the fairy about his battle with the army of mice, and she rewards him with a series of dances culminating with the Waltz of the Flowers. We feature Catherine Reed, Reagan Ivanuzik, Kaylin Latkovic, Kelly Campo, Morgan Nurmi, and Evelyn Hawkins.
Snow Valley Sleigh Ride is an original composition by Philip Spark. The composer imagined a nighttime journey out of a typical ski resort into the forest. To the sound of sleigh bells and trotting horses, the sleigh leaves the lights of the village behind before heading deep into the neighboring forest and back down to the village again. This piece has quickly become a favorite of our sixth grade musicians, and we hope you enjoy our rendition of Snow Valley Sleigh Ride. Conducting this song, Miss Sarah Epler.
We're going to take a moment and draw our 50-50 winner for tonight. All right, the lucky ticket is 057530. 057530. We got it. All right, you can meet a member of our NHIPA in the lobby, and the winning tonight is $220. Congratulations. Carol of the Bells is a popular Christmas carol composed in 1904 and based on a Ukrainian folk chant. The piece was introduced to Western audiences by the Ukrainian National Chorus during its concert tour of Europe and the Americas, where it premiered in the United States on October 5th, 1921 at Carnegie Hall. Carol of the Bells has become a Christmas time favorite, popularized by movies, commercials, and most notably by the group Mannheim Steamroller. We feature Brenna Barber, Cassidy Toney, Reese Bricker, Emma Gallagher, Allie Krause, and Sadie Rick.
Enjoy the rest of the concert, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you all on Christmas Eve. No, I won't, because you should be asleep. Merry Christmas!
Sam will be around after the show. We're going to be passing out some candy canes for all the good little boys out in the audience. So thank you so much for attending our concert. We have one more song to play for you right now. And I have to read about this song, apparently. Written in 1936 by Frank Lozier, this piece was dedicated as a duet that he performed with his wife. The lyrics were designed as a conversation between a man and a woman. This piece has been a staple of popular music and has been recorded by such famous musicians as Dean Martin, Barry Manilow, Ray Charles, and Ella Fitzgerald. As we conclude our program this evening, let's not forget Will Ferrell. We'd like to thank you for supporting our student musicians and wish you all a wonderful and happy holiday season. Conducting our last song this evening is Mrs. Webster. Thank you all for coming. Have a safe drive home tonight and have a wonderful holiday season. Do you have the ticket that was pulled?